Welcome back to Bitter-Swede Garage. The work continues on the 54 Chevy 5-window Cummins project. I'm gonna work on something today that I've been avoiding for a long time, mostly because I didn't know how I was gonna fix it. And I only know how to do what I know how to do. So, anyway, let's check it out, see what we got going on. Alright, I got my seat mocked up in here because, you know, why not? It's comfy. Just has a little wear, but that's what Mark's for. Dang it, Mark. So, like I said before, if you're following along in the other videos, when I got this truck, didn't have an engine and transmission, but someone did attach a Corvair cable sort of shifter, which I'm sure was cool in 1989, but not so cool anymore. So I need to patch up these holes. That shouldn't be too bad. Straighten this up a little bit, but they knocked a tooth out. And remember PJ's grill? I found a different grill and used a piece of it, and I painted it gold because it was his grill is stainless, and the other one I had was painted. So anyway, I painted it gold, but that's not gonna work because I don't have another one of these. If I did, I'd just weld it in. So I started with this. I just found some steel rod, and I'm trying to make that contour for here. So I think I need to use a torch and really curve that around. So I'm gonna make 2 of these and then fill the center full of metal. I don't know. So here we go. All right, so what I'm doing, besides making it up as I go, is right here seems to be the best part of the dash. This is all bent up and stuff, so it's pretty straight right through here, and then it gently curves down, and then it really tucks under. So I'm just kind of setting this up here, and then just marking it. Need a little more curve right there. And that should be, this might need to be flat, so I'm gonna put a straight line there. So, just using pliers and a box end of a wrench. So, here we go. All right, so just clamping this here-ish. Take my wrench and just kind of tweaking it down ever so gently. And then, you know, I'm going to do that about 100 more times and recheck it. It's professional. Just realized my step stool here is made for custom metal bending. I'm just kind of putting in there and pushing it down. We're getting there. All right, so I got a little more creative. I kind of loosely clamped this in my vise over this square tubing and just kind of bending it that way instead of using a wrench and a vise grip. It's like, why don't you just use the right tool? I mean, as right as I have. All right, so I got 2 of these. One of them, this outside one here, needs to be bent more, but they're close. If we can hold them. Yeah. The other one needs to be bent in more, but I'm gonna use the torch now and see what we can do. I got my torch here on the floor, so that way when I stand up I can light my pants on fire. Am I getting that nice and red? My idea is to hammer it over this pipe just to get that last curve on the bottom. It's just a little, but let's see how much we can mess this up. It's a lot more square than I'd hoped. Interesting. Anyway, they gave us our little square right there, which is funny because it's a round pipe. But well, we'll see if that's anywhere near close. Fortunately, I still have a little bit of that curve that they didn't cut off. So that's once I trim that. Still a little, it's actually a lot more flat here than, I mean, these are bowed out. So we put it there. It's, dang it, this is hard. All right, so I used this dolly to round it off. I think that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it matches the truck, but at least they match each other. All right, so we have an overall width on these things at 0.6075. So cut out some sheet metal and then the sides and tack it together. All right, I got my little center section marked out here. It's 0.22 inside between the two, rods. So cut that out real quick. Alright, so I tack welded the rods to this piece of sheet metal so it wouldn't move around, and then have my little strip in there and then weld the sides on. So I'm gonna grind this up and then show you what I got. Alright, here she is all ground up. A little low right there, but take you over here. Hot dang. Once that gets painted, I don't think you're even gonna know. Alright, I used my needle nose vice grips here to kind of squeeze these back and twist them back into shape. Obviously I gotta weld these holes up. And they're a little bowed too, which is, actually that's better, but I might see if I can punch this down or just weld it up and grind it, but a little more work to do. Alright, I got my piece all ground down to size. I'm gonna see if I can, weld this in here without blowing a big hole in it. Highly doubtful. There, just gonna hold it, and that's gonna be tricky. One tack in, many to go. And a lot of grinding too. Let's do this without breaking it. Also doubtful. Spacing looks pretty good. light out of the way. And this is how you burn your retinas and your fingers. Alright, it's tacked in. What do we do? Alright, so turn my welder. Ooh, man. Not too shabby. Of course, I gotta put some more welds on it, but I think that looks pretty nice. Alright, well, here's the somewhat finished product. Still gotta like smooth this up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of, tiny bit of filler or something, but that's a lot better than a big old hole. I even got the contour right. I'll take it. Well, that's another little thing done. I got a lot to go, but we're knocking it out one tiny piece at a time. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.